Go, boy!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a 3PG at the movies, and we got a full house today. This is great. It's me, CJ, Sue, and D's here. How's it going, D?
Fine.
I don't know. I'm just happy because
Like here's the thing.
last time we did this, the Batman, we were like having fun
It's
with
like
that.
this.
So it's great.
It's like this. I truly appreciate all my friends around me that know I haven't been coming out and all the rest of that shit, and I'm trying to get out there and do all these reviews with y'all. I really truly appreciate this. I just have to say this. I don't hate everything. For the love of God, I do not hate everything. I hate Hollywood and how y'all suck the dick of it. That is it.
I think
I don't hate nothing.
the internet.
Jesus.
The internet doesn't.
They would like for you to
context on feelings. That's
like the
why.
internet would like for you to prove. They would like for you to prove that D by saying one nice thing about the MCU.
No.
Well, hold on. I can do that. I can actually do that.
And it can't be about Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Fuck.
right.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do that. I think it's great.
Bread and butter.
Hold on. Don't worry. You're gonna like this one. I think it's a wonderful thing that you said, oh, Anthony Mackie can get a check for being average. Anyway, so there you go.
To D's credit, like D has gripes with MCU films like anybody else does. He doesn't hate it, and it's
not even. It's like this, dog. Like a lot of people think, oh, you must hate MCU films. No, it's called life, and I just can't. I kind of block myself off from going to certain movies and shit. So it's one of those things where you do it to yourself. You know what I mean?
Also, he's in the same boat as Prime, where both of y'all, understandably so, y'all hate the hardcore MCU fans. I'm like, you know what? That's fair. That is fair. You know what?
Dog,
That's fair.
I've learned to forgive, and I learned to forget, and I learned to mind my goddamn business.
True.
But you cannot put a gun to my head and tell me. God, I forgot which movie that came out. You cannot put a gun to my head and tell me to watch Quantum Mania. There we go.
Anyways, folks, we are here to talk about giant robot toys beating the crap out of each other and killing each other for the sake of selling other toys. I'm sorry, this isn't the 1980s anymore. No, we're here to talk about Transformers: The Rise of the Beast.
I have been, I remember coming out of.
What are you talking about, Eris? The more things change, the more things are the same. If you ask me.
Shut up.
No, but I've been an advocate of, like, when I went to go see Bumblebee, right? I saw like an early screening of it, and I kind of braced myself, like, all right, let's see what this movie is. And then boom, after the movie, I was like, son of a bitch, this is actually good. The action isn't beige shaky cam. I can see what the fuck is going on. All right, I like this new vision. And then this movie comes in, same thing. It's like, son of a bitch, this is actually pretty good. Fuck.
Yeah, they heavily borrow from the plot of Terminator 1, but I mean, it's all good.
What movie doesn't borrow the plot of Terminator 1, sir?
I have to also say,
it did.
In current year eras, what movie is actually original? Half of John Wick was copied from something else.
That was a John Woo. John Wick was a John Woo movie with extra steps.
With beating white people. That's what it was.
First of all, gentlemen, John Wick isn't. You say yes, it was copied from all this stuff, but guess what? You don't care. You enjoy the action. You enjoy the goofiness of the action. I mean, come on, we're watching a guy empty a magazine, shooting somebody in the air, knowing that they already shot him in the head 3 times, but continuing to shoot them as they hit the ground.
What are you talking about? I'm more concerned about him falling down those concrete stairs. Anyway.
Main character, plot armor.
Plot armor. Got me on that. Hey, got me. Hey, see? This is why Three Black Geeks is good. We bring up terms that make sense.
Yeah. So speaking of which, so Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Basically, the whole plot is, Galvatron is a coming, and
Unicron
is coming.
Hey, look. One thing I have to say. As much as I always roll my eyes at the mythos of fucking Transformers. Unicron is fucking scary. I love it. That's scary. That thing looks like it literally just eats a fucking planet. Like, I love how
Bro,
It's the robot.
gigantic it is, man.
It's the robot toy equivalent of Galactus. But anyway,
You know what I
continue.
mean?
bro. Coleman Domingo voices Unicron in this movie, and if you know Coleman Domingo, that man has a presence about him. He's about to be Mister in The Color Purple, and R.I.P. your career, dog, because every woman's about to hate your ass.
Look, stop that. Stop that. Danny Glover uppercutted Whoopi Goldberg and had a career for the last 40 years. Okay, I think we all right. I think he'll be fine.
But no, Coleman Domingo. I think a lot of us were always wary of celebs doing voice acting. So like he did a good job as
It's like this. They got the right person to do that verse. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, Ron Perlman is Optimus Primal, which I know Sue was like, why couldn't you get Gary Chalk? And I'm like, that's fair, but
listen. I am simply saying no. I'm sorry, Ron. Love you, but Perlman be damned. You had the assignment. It was right there in front of you. What did Gary say? No. I mean,
no.
You had an opportunity to get the guy who worked with the original Nick Fury in on this.
You know what I think?
He had an opportunity to hear "That's Just Prime" on the big screen, and he fumbled the bag.
I would tell you,
that was my only gripe.
There's a reason behind that, and there's a very, very simple reason behind that. And I'm not a simple reason. I think it's okay. The argument is, well, Peter Cullen's there, D. Okay, here's the difference. Gen X overhyped and loved everything about G1. I hate to say it. All three of us love it, but we do not see that same love for Beast Wars. Meaning that we will not see that same love for people going out of their way to making sure that Gary Chalk is there the way that Peter Cullen is there. So that's why I think that.
I call bullshit on that, but hey.
You can call bullshit all you want. Get a group of look, hold on. You can call bullshit all you want. Get a group of 40-year-old white men in the room. How many of them are going to be raising their hands that they like Beast Wars?
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying I'm calling bullshit at that being a thing.
No,
it is bullshit.
I hate
it. Is bullshit. In fact, Eris, we talked about this when we did, ladies and gentlemen, listen to our Aladdin podcast. That's right, we did Aladdin. We talked about this when we did Aladdin. How is it that Robin Williams told people, get voice actors? That's what they're here for. Mm-hmm. That's what they come into this for. Don't put me as the star. Put one of these people who make their lives being behind a mic. Make them the star of the movie. No, we gotta sell tickets.
I mean, because you got John DiMaggio
and Eris, I'm with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Bull to the shit, yo.
Because you have John DiMaggio doing both a fucking Autobot and a Decepticon in the movie, so obviously you can get voice actors here.
Thank you. Cool. You have DiMaggio right there. Bro, look, it was either going to be him or Fred Tescore. Yeah, it was going to be one of those two.
Dude, and then another one was.
But it still goes back to my argument. Gary Chalk was right there. Scott McNeil,
there. Ain't like the nigga doing anything, man.
Like Gary Chalk is right there. Scott McNeil is right there. I mean, come on, you had the opportunity to make voice actors the star.
Can I be that person though, Eris?
Listen. Whatever. Can I be that person though? D, whatever you're gonna say, I don't give a shit. I know it's gonna be a hit on Scott, but go ahead.
Now I don't feel like doing it.
There you go. Moving on.
No, it's like that's so mean, nigga. I was trying to joke, yo. Anyway, go ahead.
I know you. Listen, I know your move. I know your speeds. I know what manufacturer you come from, nigga.
But
it's not even hate on Scott McNeil. I just know for a fact. Let's just say Dobson, McNeil, and Gary Chalk were called up there to do the voices, right? I can see this happening. All right, Mr. Chalk, you come in. Paul and Scott stand up. What are you two doing? You can leave. Like I can see them doing that to them.
Uh,
Just so mean.
so Unicron is coming, and Scourge is his boy that's out there to try to get this key that can basically put Unicron through time and space, essentially. And
Peter Dinklage is playing the voice of Scourge, and you cannot tell it's Peter Dinklage, which means he is having fun doing the voice of Scourge.
It results in we follow up with the Autobots in 1994, about maybe 6-7 years later from the previous movie, and they're still hidden on Earth trying to figure a way back home, and they basically end up teaming up with the Maximals to go up against Scourge and prevent Unicron from coming down, and that's the movie. And they team up with two humans who, just like in Bumblebee, they're not annoying. There's a bit of a storyline there, and it works.
And they're people of color.
Which is probably going to cause certain content creators on the internet.
Not really. To be honest.
I think it will be. I think it will be.
Let me finish. It will cause certain content creators on the internet to say the same thing that they said about every other movie that involves POCs.
I'm just saying, Chris.
I'm just saying the movie could be perfect, but because it stars a black and a Latino,
Chris, that was a problem. Hey, Chris, that was a big ass Puerto Rican flag, and both of the main stars have knotty hair. That is not going to work.
Also, you know what? Both of y'all are right, because there's a moment. This isn't really a spoiler because it's kind of so in the trailer. Wheeljack, who is speaks with a Mexican accent, has a moment with the lead character Noah, and that's hilarious. That part was fucking hilarious. He was like, "Is that racist or something?" I fucking died.
No.
Wait,
Chris,
now.
Wait, Chris. You're being subtle about it.
I'm subtle.
You're subtle, but I'm just telling you, there's a part where Noah walks up and he goes, "Oh man, where'd you get your accent from?" He's like, accent? What accent? You clearly hear the Peruvian in him as he's talking.
Peruvian is thick.
It's super thick, but he's like, what accent? What are you talking about? And he says, oh, man, I just wanted to be sure, because otherwise I'd have came to you and said, hey, papi, da, 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 da. He was so happy to be finally speaking Spanish with somebody else, especially an Autobot. And my man just did the cringe, lean, and go, kind of racist, but Noah visibly confused. My man is
like, I can't be racist. What are you talking about,
bro? My man was confused in chopped cheese. Okay,
bro. That was a good one. He
was so confused. Like, wait, how was that? How was that racist? I'm really confused. How are you? Wait, you're a whole Autobot. How was that?
Stairs and Red Hook. Wait a minute.
Hey, for a movie set in 94, I will give a movie's credit as much as it gets very heavy-handed at certain points. I'm looking at you, posters and music and shit.
You know what? Let me say this. Let me please get this off my chest.
It's such a Hollywood throwaway. But go ahead.
Let me please get it off my chest. Look, Hollywood, I will give you this. Since Stranger Things, yes, there has been a little bit more care put into how you want to make these decades look. I will give it that. Here's the problem that I fucking have. Rap music, yes. Mm-hmm. You do realize that all of us didn't have that same background and love with hip hop, right?
We were very mixed.
Like, I get it. Word Up Magazine and all the rest of it. I get it. You do realize that all people that listen to hip hop weren't raised in New York City, right?
But here's the crazy thing.
Like, there was two parts where I leaned over the ears where I was like, New York City.
But here's the thing, guys.
New York.
The director.
But you gotta remember, this is like deep, like the deep cut in between Brooklyn and the Bronx. So.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It lives in that weird space of Manhattan. like Manhattan, New York. Like I said, like it's very stereotypical. That's really what it is. It's just stereotyping. And while it's not bad as people that have lived through that decade, we all had the same sure movie. Sure.
But the director, like Stephen Cable Jr., he's a millennial like us. But I think he's one of those millennials, much like Michael B. Jordan, where they're obsessed with certain aspects of like the
Yeah,
90s. So
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
when
You
you
ever see
see
a
him with the
Marvel?
oh go ahead.
You ever see a Marvel writer write about Brooklyn? It is like, dog, you're from California. People from
Exactly.
Brooklyn don't think that way. like you ever see a Marvel writer really dive into the fact that they're in New York City? It's like, stop.
You know,
The
and it's
person that's
See,
reading this lives in Indiana. They can't communicate with that. Stop that. But
I
whatever,
think
whatever.
I think what I find interesting is this would have been hilarious if there was like a deleted scene somewhere of your boy from YouTube, like if he just happened to see your boy Mirage or any other Transformer in New York. I can hear him right now going, "Hey yo, don't you ever disrespect me, walk around looking like a fake Rock'em Sock'em robot, you heard?"
Yeah, yeah, that would have definitely happened. Don't you ever come around me looking like a fake ass go by.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Hey,
that's
don't ever disrespect me coming around here with them. Don't ever disrespect me coming around here with them busted BBS rims. You heard?
and because it's 94, don't you ever disrespect me coming around looking like a dollar store Megazord. You
Hold
heard?
on. And this is D because I had to look it up, Eris. This is D saying, when I saw RC, don't you ever come around and disrespect me riding the Ducati that went out in 1994. I looked it up. That Ducati didn't exist until 1999. I was so mad that I
What the
had to look
Ducati was
that
it? I
up.
think it's a Ducati 916.
Yeah, I was like, bullshit.
Oh,
That
oh,
version
hold on,
that
hold
she's
on, hold
on,
on, hold on.
that version that she's driving on wasn't available to the late 90s. Stop that.
I mean, I
That
think
was me being an asshole.
she's supposed to be in the early version of it, which
But
came
it
out
was
around
supposed
that
to be the
time.
early version. Now, the problem I had was like, wait a minute. I asked that to Eric. It's like Ducati. Eric's like, yeah, D. And I was like, yeah. You know, you have to remind yourself and shit. But for whatever reason, let me be real with you. When I saw RC, I don't like RC like that. When I saw that bitch show up, oh, thank you, God. Yes.
Yeah,
That's exactly the way I thought it would look like. Thank you. I like it.
I told Stu this.
I mean, it could have been worse. I mean, D, listen, it could have been worse. She could have been her OG design where she was a convertible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I told D.
I'm
But
just
D.
look, Eris. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm just glad they didn't go all the way and Michael Bay wanted to go Michael Bay with this and gave her like a thonk. They gave her a straight up
Oh no,
booty.
D.
I'm glad they didn't go that way.
I told Sue this, D, and I don't know if you remember this. So the character of RC in the Bay movies was 3 motorcycles.
Yeah,
Remember
it
that?
was.
Do you
I do
remember that?
Huh?
remember that.
Do you
Yeah.
remember that
What?
in the second
Like,
Transformers movie?
Transformers 2 RC was actually 3 motorcycles, and they had like the holographic chicks riding them.
Such a throwaway character because one of the greatest things I like about this movie is the Autobots and Maximals that you see and the Decepticons you see. That's all you see, and it's not a mess of just a bunch of fucking throwaway Autobots and Decepticons and shit. It's just this is
I
what you're
think
getting.
it like you can easily fall into that trap of trying to put everybody into the movie type of thing. And I actually thank the movie for not doing that. Yeah, it didn't really dive into. I'm just gonna it
The
like
lore.
yeah the lore, and I'm gonna keep it to you in this instance. Ronox doesn't have a line.
He has one line and that's
If he
it.
has one line, it's just that. So that kind of tells you, you know what I mean, that how deep they were really going into. And I thought you didn't have to. You had enough Autobots, enough Maximals there to really kind of fill out that there could be a fight. And shout out to Michelle Yeoh being in this movie. Did not know that she was in this.
Air Razor. That's
Air
again.
Razor. Hey look. Shout out to Eris. Off book, nigga. Air Razor.
Yeah, because that's the character. If you get anybody to
I'm not
voice
an
it, it's
Air
like, yeah,
Razor
Michelle
fan.
Yeoh.
That's why it took me off guard. The Air's like, fuck yeah.
Hey.
I was hyped because
I was waiting for Tigatron to pop up out of nowhere.
I was
Nigga, that's what I was waiting on.
waiting for Tigatron. I said, "Come on!" I was like, but then again, after seeing the trailer, I said, you and I, Chris, we had this conversation about this movie, and we said, the movie does the right thing, unlike the Bay movies where this is your subset of Autobots, Decepticons, whatever. Here are the Transformers for this movie. We're not going to see a bunch of random ass Transformers that show up and never go anywhere and act like beyond this movie.
Or get killed, and you're like, I'm supposed to feel sad that he got killed? Nah, I guess.
Like, hey,
that part.
Listen, this is the reason why you and I still said, hey, justice for that Xbox Decepticon and the Mountain Dew.
No. This is the one that got me. Remember that fucking Tesla Autobot that was supposed to be like Albert Einstein? They got killed, and I'm sitting back like, I'm supposed to be sad that he died. Like, all right, I guess, sure.
Just a bunch of throwaway characters. Like, here
do
they
I need
are.
to bring up?
Like, hold on. Here they are. They look kind of cool. Never to be seen again beyond this movie.
Do you know who I need to bring? Like when I saw, yeah, you're right. Because who was it? Skids and Mudflap?
Yeah.
Remember them in the second one? Yeah. What was the point? What was the point?
They disappeared in that third movie. They were like, hey, they're gone.
like you're hearing yo, come on, man. And I get, you know, and here, I will say this.
In the second movie, we're good with this third.
You know, I will say this. I will give the movie this, that the first two that with Bumblebee and this one, I can say, like I said, it feels like they're controlling themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like there's an actual restraint there, and it actually helps the movie move along. I thought the action in this was actually very good. Remember when we was watching last night, Chris, and we hated most of it, but we was like, okay, that one scene was pretty cool, and that other scene would have been better like 50 minutes ago. Yeah. It really felt like they really sat there and was like, okay, does this action make sense for this?
And they knew when to stop.
It's like they stopped and did that with everything. You know what I mean?
And they knew when to stop the action. It's like, all right, we got our action moments. All right, stop it here. Cut to the next scene to slow everything down. Cool.
I will say, I did feel that the human parts of the movie, like, okay, all right, the sneaking mission. The only reason why I'm against it is because you do realize that these are big ass robots. How are they sneaking up on anybody? That's the only thing I had to say.
Because they don't have to. D. Remember, Soundwave has cassette tapes that turns into dogs.
Well, Soundwave wasn't in this one.
Soundwave wasn't in, but I'm saying my point is that they have little minions to do all that.
Because people
forget. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They had the little what do you call what were these like? What were these?
They were supposed to be like spiders.
Spiders, yeah. Basically. I mean, because it's kind of interesting too. I think people forget too. Like, hey guys, Decepticons at the beginning of the Bumblebee, they took over Cybertron, so
they did.
Shout out, we talk about the three girls. Well, fuck that shit. Shout out to the 3 different Scorponauts I saw that didn't happen.
hey, I saw Scorponok. I was like, dope.
I thought there was going to be more. That's all I got to say.
I was still waiting for Maine. I wanted Scorponok Supreme to show up.
Yeah.
I wanted the Maine.
You know what? And I'm fine that they didn't go all out with it, because a part of me said that would have hyped me up as a kid. Hearing Primal go Maximize and everybody say their name Maximize. You're like, yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad they did it. But Eris, that face you're making, missed opportunity in these books. Just a bit. Look, there was one open scene, Eris. One open scene where something was said to Primal. And Primal had the opportunity to say, "That's just Prime."
You know what it is? It's like
he didn't do it.
It's kind of like how a lot of us watched the MCU films and we were waiting for somebody to say "Avengers Assemble," and then it's like it took all the way to Endgame, and I'm like, now you say like it's just like
yeah. It's on that same level of come on, nigga.
But
you're jerking me off nicely. Just say you love me.
Because this is the first one. And I know that the Maximals, they're going to return in future movies. I mean, they pretty much have to at this point.
They have to, yes, you're right.
Because again, we never saw the Predacons except for Scourge having, the trophies. My man got all of his confirmed kills, on both arms, and I was like, there it is. I was pointing at it. I was like, there's a Predacon. I was like, dude.
When I saw
that, I said, hey. Who did you kill from the Predacons? That's what I want to know.
I mean, but the main
He
event
did
of
kill
this,
a Predacon, right?
Yes, because he had the
Right.
symbol.
look,
Dinobot.
Unicron. People forget.
Dinobot.
No, people forget.
Dinobot. He killed Dinobot.
People
Nah.
forget too. People
I
forget.
think I was pretty good. Nah, nigga.
That's the other thing. People forget. It's like, yo, Unicron doesn't have no allegiance. He's
Oh,
equal
yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
If you ain't bound down to him, well, you're an enemy. So
If you're not
I
serving
felt
a
bad for
purpose,
Scourge.
if
I
you're not
felt bad
serving,
for Scourge because I thought he was about to take off the wig like your boy Steppenwolf did. Because I really thought he was about to do that. Remember when he came up there with the one piece and like, this is not right. He started shocking. I'm like, don't take off the wig, nigga.
basically, if you're
Anyway.
not, like, basically in the words of Unicron, if you're not serving a purpose for me, then I'm gonna need you to hold this vacuum because I'm about to eat
Thank
you.
you for that. Thank you, Eris. Eris, that is actually probably the best way to describe Unicron.
no, but
Hold this vacuum.
but the main event of this movie, really, Pete Davidson as Mirage, and
Yeah, he
No,
stole the movie. I ain't
he
gonna
stole
fake.
the
He
movie.
did.
Not,
Like,
not
I know-
annoying. Not annoying. He
I
was
know
good.
I never hated Pete Davidson like a lot, like some people do. I ain't gonna say a lot.
Pete
but some people
Davidson
do.
is a person you have to utilize the right way.
No, Pete
Okay.
Davidson.
He's one
no,
of those
no,
people
no,
to
no. Let me say this. Pete Davidson knows how to play annoying very good.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he does.
He can
Yes,
play it
he
very
does. He's one of those people. If you gave him him and Andy Samberg have that same thing where they know how to fuck with people like that. So yeah. Pete Davidson was great in this movie. He was the reason why I liked a lot of the shit that, like, y'all probably seen one of the critics say that this movie has a lot of heart. Fuck, Pete provides some of that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm shocked at how well that they wrote a lot of the parts of this movie where it had to feel kind of human, where it felt like they had to actually have some solid dialogue and all the rest of that. And yeah, Pete has a lot to do with that. Yeah, that's the part that really kind of blew my mind about how great this movie was, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the overall movie, it's actually really good, and especially, I mean, I'm definitely curious to see what they have going next because
Yeah.
this is not even I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a moment in the film where I'm looking at Paramount like, okay, Paramount, I see what you're doing. Let's see what you got next for Transformers. Let's see where you're going with this because it's
definitely stick around. Stick around for the end. Holy crap! Like they're so the plan that they got. Paramount, Hasbro. I see the blueprint.
I mean, because in comparison,
Go off, please.
and it's wild too because you look at Transformers, right? You see where they're going with it, right? But then meanwhile, me and Sue, when we watch Snake Eyes, we're like, okay, so where are we going with G.I. Joe here? Because like Snake Eyes was okay. It wasn't I mean, as my boy William and Prime said, both of them said, it wasn't really a G.I. Joe film. It was a standard Asian film.
Like more or less an origin story for Snake Eyes.
No, but I'm just saying, just as a G.I. Joe film, though, it didn't feel like it. Like in the typical ways that if you know about Snake Eyes, it's like,
oh,
it was okay.
Listen, look, come on, Chris. We already talked about this, and like for that,
like I didn't hate it. It was just like,
it was just a sprinkle of G.I. Joe characters here or there, like maybe one or two.
Yeah. So it's like, but we still kind of like looking at Paramount, like, so when we getting another G.I. Joe, we see you with Transformers, but it's all right.
They're doing this like Warner. They're doing it like what WB Games and NetherRealm Studios does. One Mortal Kombat, one Injustice, one Mortal Kombat, one Injustice.
Like one piggybacks off the
literally.
But no, Rise of Beasts is really it's a really fun movie. I think you're going to enjoy it. I dubbed it the Beast Wars movie. It's a bit of a Beast Wars movie too at the same time.
Well, more
like it is.
No, it's season 3 Beast Wars.
Yeah, it is season 3 Beast Wars.
This
it
is season 3 Beast Wars where they introduce the Autobots and stuff. That's what this movie is.
And it much like Bumblebee, it feels like with them introducing that whole transwarp thing, I'm like, so we're just gonna, time travel this shit away from Bay, huh?
No, it makes sense.
Yes.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense to you trying to get it. I will say this for the sequel, though, man.
Okay, watch your back.
That's all I gotta say.
Fair.
I'm not diving into it. That's all D is going to say. That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say. Y'all know how I am when it comes to this shit.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback. Y'all did y'all thing as your respective characters.
I would say, Miss Fishback, girl, this is your second thing I'm not seeing you in. All right.
I see you.
Don't let them white people take you from us. That's all I gotta say.
Hey,
Don't
man.
let the white people take you from us, girl.
Hey, D.
There is a promise of future with you, girl.
D. I hate to be that guy to tell you, but her bag's already halfway packed. So.
Ooh.
Halfway.
Mm.
She just needs the socks, the derby, and she's gone.
She's gone. She's done. They got her.
All it's missing is that she's missing that one sock, bro.
Done. So
what you trying to tell me is so what you trying to tell me is her next movie. Honey, could you come in here? Chris Pine walks into the room. Yeah, I'm right here, honey. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Exactly. And before we go there, it's always Chris Pine.
And make it even better, D. Make it even better for you. It's a Christmas movie.
No.
Hold on. Hey, Eris, is she trying to go back home to see her folks, but she has to bring home her husband?
She's a
big
city girl going to a small town.
Until one day she ran until her parents said, "Girl, you gotta come home." But she has a white husband. Now they're about to find out.
Coming soon to Amazon Prime. Anyway,
Timothy Chalamet.
But for real,
this could be Timothy Chalamet. That's who it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be Chris Pine.
It ain't. Look. All I'm gonna know. Look, all I know is this: if he is your color or Eris's color or my color, they're the comic relief or the ex-boyfriend that treated them like shit. So we trying to say, Dominica, I ain't good enough for you.
Or this is a wild card one. The one that she friend zone and they somehow have a budding connection and they get together at the end. That's a rarity.
Hold on. Hey, Eris, you can't do that. Chris, you can't do that. Remember, there's a white guy in the movie. He's the prize. Thank you, Eris. You're doing the hand gesture the way I'm doing it. He's the prize, not us. We're the ones that messed up. Okay? We're the ones that messed up putting our gorilla hands on her. Okay.
As we just talked about Transformers.
But like I said, I love her. I thought she was great in this movie, and I really do. Like, seeing she was in Swarm, and now she's in girl. Eat, baby, eat. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So with that, go see Transformers. Bring the kids.
Please.
It's fun.
Go see it.
I think I'm gonna take my kids this weekend to see it, man.
100% IMAX. Please experience it.
Also, that's a Ron Perlman mark. Full circle. Started off as a beast, ends as a beast. Full circle.
Hey, Chris.
Wait. Started off as a beast, became a monster hunter,
sir,
and continue on.
Hold up. I got it better for you. Remember, he was created a beast by Mr. Monroe. Then he became a beast. Then he became a monster. Ron Perlman is a treasure. Yes, he left his black wife. Ron Perlman is a treasure.
At the same time, the man was bold enough to to mess with Wesley Snipes' Blade the entire movie.
The entire movie.
The only white guy
had enough nerve. Had enough nerve to walk up to him and say probably the most 2002 racist thing. Sideways racist thing that you could say. Hey, me and the crew, we was just wondering, can you blush?
That is
you're asking a black man, can you blush?
Look, it also actually kind of runs into the thing where part of me actually thinks Ron Perlman is like fiercely racist.
Don't put that.
Like,
Don't say
like
that.
Ron
Don't
Evil on
Perlman
Ricky
has
Bobby.
shown me nothing but good. Like real talk, Ron Perlman is a good man. He is cool as hell, but something is telling me there's a dungeon of racism that he has.
It's the great ally so far.
Yeah, 2023 3BG. We get to interview Ron Perlman. I am punching D in the shoulder when I see him.
Damn it.
Like, wait, what I do?
It's like Ron heard the episode, D.
No, that's what I'm saying.
What?
If he sees the name, he's gonna see the name and he's gonna go, you know, I heard of you guys.
Here's me. What you hear, nigga? Tell me, big ass chin. What you hear of me?
I would immediately grab Eris. Eris, take the punch, and then dive.
What?
I'm sorry. That's Ron Perlman. Look. I'm be honest with you. Ron, you Jewish. I ain't scared of you, dog. Let's go.
No. See, Chris, you try to think that, you gonna have me take you want me to take the punch, right? The minute you grab me, I literally poof, and you're holding a fucking log. I'm gone.
Hey, Chris. I'm like, come on. I'm gonna be honest with you, Clay. You don't scare me. You don't scare me, Clay. Look, Ron, you're a 65-year-old Jewish man. You are not going to hurt me. Trust me.
2
I
minutes,
understand
2 minutes
sir.
later, I get fucking put into an ambulance. Ron Perlman punched the reporter at San Diego Comic-Con.
Like
I won't be good. Ron Perlman.
Like Ron Perlman punches local Maryland man.
No. You got it wrong. You got it totally wrong. Ron Perlman attacked by thugs.
There's a picture of me and Eris all innocent, like
Ron Perlman literally throws me over a motherfucking banister, and everybody in the comment section, well, those niggers had it coming. I don't know why would they mess with Mr. Perlman?
anyways, folks. Go see Transformers and
Yeah, please go Transformers. See Transformers. Oh, there's no surfboard. No surfboard. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, we will edit
that was trans metal form.
Exactly. That's what I tried to tell him. But
yeah, I know what he said. There was no surfboard though.
Anyways, folks,
we're out.
Peace.